everybody. I thought I'd go live and kind of tell you about my upcoming massage lecture that I'm going to be doing. I hope you can attend. So far I have 10 people signed up, and I really think you're going to enjoy it. I'm going to put the registration link on here after I get done, but I'm really looking forward to at least a few more people. It's kind of to make it a little fun. I got some videos that will attach to it, but some of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you what I mean by what I am referring to. And that is my canine tension massage lecture. It's going to be at the Hampton Inn in East Lansing from 2 to 4:30. I think I have down 3:30 in my description, but it's going to be from 2 to 4:30. Only $10 this time. So I just want to get it out there. I will have a booklet. The next time I do this, I'm going to have a booklet about everything that's on my lecture. I'll have it written for everybody. But I'm also just tweaking it right now. I'm going to be showing you some really good parallels on how I developed this. And even videos on it actually working. I'll show you a video where I had to use some type of force on a dog, and then right afterwards I massaged the dog, and then we got the results that we were looking for. And I've learned a lot, that a lot of training is good, but we often forget what their bodies can evolve to based on the stress that they get from home, working, and also their conformation and disposition also. So you're going to learn all of that in my lecture, all of it. You're going to learn based how they stretch will determine where their stress is, and I'm going to qualify it. I'm going to make sure that you understand it. I think I'm going to repeat a few things 2 to 3 times, just so you have a clear understanding on how I come up with this and why it works so well. So that's why I'm on today. Here's my flyer. It's going to be from 2 to 4:30. If you go to my website, you can register right there for my classes. It'll pop right up into my classes, and you can register right from there. But give me 1 second here. I'm getting a bunch of text messaging already, and I just got on. So yeah, go to my website, firstclassdogtraining.com, right down here, and it'll definitely help you register for the class. Only $10. It's going to be a 2.5-hour class. It's a PowerPoint lecture with videos, live videos, as far as how I took the videos and I didn't stop them. I just kept them rolling, so you could see there was no editing when it comes to changing the dog from aggression to relaxed state right with a massage. It's crazy how we often forget how much tension these dogs get. And I'm going to try to put you into their world also, because we have to go into the dog's world to understand why they develop this stress. You know, we often think, hey, we got a nice house, we got food for them, we got everything that they need, but it's dogs value their life different than we do. They don't see those as things that they value as much as they value playing, as much as they value exercising, as much as they value you understanding them, where that stress develops so you can help them. And literally, there's only 5 stretches. It's kind of an easy. Only 5 stretches that you need to be aware of to ascertain where that tension is, okay? And that's just the baseline. We still have to talk about what happens in an injury. What happens if they got too much tension in the front? What happens to the back end, or vice versa? Injury, move. If you move from one house to another, how much that changes the dog's body. Why does it change the dog's body? Hey, thanks, Linda. I appreciate it. So it's extremely important to understand how these dogs develop stress. But understand this too. I developed this method of massaging because dog training was not enough. A lot of the dogs that I was getting for a while were already trained. They were trained. They knew how to sit down, stay calm. Some of them had a great recall. However, their aggression was very unpredictable. Their behavior was unpredictable. So if it wasn't training, what was it then? And I had to figure that out. And one of the things that I figured out was, along with the gut, can't forget about the gut. Along with the gut, it was also muscle tension. So those are the two very important things that I had to ascertain as problem solving to help a dog who's already trained. So when I found that out, then all I had to do was apply those into dogs who weren't trained and combine them all together. So as you see on my Facebook, you'll see that I have my gut on there, how to fix the dog's gut. But then very important is their tension, their muscle tension. I can't stress that enough. And again, I'm going to qualify in detail. In detail. We also have to really remember a dog is a quadrupedal, where the way they stand on all fours, and then I had to identify where does the most weight-bearing areas on a dog, where are they? And because they're where they are, what do we do about it? What could every dog benefit from? A massage. But where? But where? Where is the key? Not just a massage. And in a lot of cases, it's not a muscle massage. It's a tension massage. It's not a muscle massage. It's a tension massage. I'll qualify that. Listen, I've already made a lot of mistakes. I already know where those are. I'll help you with it. I will help you with it. And I'm telling you, if you see your dog stress, I'm going to teach you the body language of what a stressful dog looks like. I'm going to teach you what a normal dog looks like, normal body language. And then I'm going to show you the behaviors that are you going to exhibit if the dog is stressed. All right? So that's it. In a nutshell, I'm telling you, you're going to make your dog extremely comfortable with the massage, but where? And then even the body conformation. What could the body conformation, what could that do to a dog that's stressed? How could you help, and where is that tension to relieve? I mean, you could massage a dog all the wrong places and not get the results that you want. You could do that. I mean, I did it for maybe 2 to 3 years until I figured out it wasn't a muscle massage. It was a tension massage. But, when you're teaching, you have to really answer all the whys. If I'm going to make this training transferable, I had to answer all my whys. I had to, in order for me to answer your whys when it comes to training. And then I have to make it transferable to tell you, this is where the stress is. This is how you remove it. All right. I can remember one really, really, really impactful massage I did on a dog. It was with a humane society. And I told them to get me the worst dog they had. And they brought me their worst dog. And we literally saw before and after in front of our eyes. And I'm pretty sure not anyone had a dry eye in that room. There's about 30 of us. And you could definitely see the transformation. I know I massage my dog. I know my obedience works much more better when my dog is relaxed and I can tell you there's a place on their neck that I'm telling you, you massage that area, you're going to have a completely different dog. There's going to be like 5 spots that are extremely important for you to massage. But that's why I want you to come to my lecture. Okay, November 23rd from 2 to 4:30. I promise not to be a tranquilizer. It's going to be fun. And literally for only $10. I want to get my information out there. I'll provide coffee, tea, water. You can bring me a snack. I'm kidding. But you really should attend. If you really want to learn about how to relax a dog, please come. You will see the results that you get. Jeremy Sloan, I can tell you when Rosie is stressed out and I can rub her right jowl and right shoulder blade and her mouth opens up and tongue hang out. Oh, I'm telling you, if you get those spots, Jeremy, see, you figured it out, Jeremy, based on where your dog carries its stress, you figured that out. And you're right. How many times have we woken up or how many times have we looked at our dog and asked ourselves, are you stressed? Is this dog stressed? What? You indicated one great tip. My dog's mouth was closed. How many of our dogs, our mouth is always closed? That's a huge indicator that their body is stressed. I don't care what breed. I don't care what temperament your dog is. If it's got his mouth closed all the time, it's stressed. Okay, what do we do about it? Your dogs can't drink or smoke, so what do we do about it? I mean, if they took some 420, man, things would be a lot easy. But it doesn't work that way. So it is extremely important. If your dog's mouth is always closed, we need to know where that stress is. I'm going to teach you. Where can you go to learn this for $10? Come on, you guys, really? I'm not even doing it for the money. I charge $10 to make sure that I don't get people who sign up and then not show up, because then it's taking someone else's spot. I make it profitable for the individual, so if he can't afford it, he can at least attend for $10. For $10, you're going to save maybe a dog from your dog attacking someone. Don't believe me? Wait till you see some of my videos if you don't believe me. All right? You're going to see a dog actually attacking me. And then right afterwards, how relaxed it is when I mirror what I did in the first place. All right? You're going to see why your dog stretches the way it does. And you're going to find out the importance of identifying these areas for long term. I know I've looked at a few elderly dogs in the last month during house calls, and I'm telling you, I cannot train these dogs until I massage them. And then after I massage them, 9 out of 10 times, I don't have to train them. So I could actually save you money to make sure that 1, safety, 2, your dog health, mental and physical health is good. All right, very, very important. I'm going to look here at I'm going to show you my flyer again, just so you have it. There it is. Canine tension massage. I really think if you have a dog and you're not identifying the areas of stress, then you're doing your dog a little bit of a disservice. Meaning that your dog is going to be unpredictable if you don't resolve the issue. Okay? That's what I mean. Okay, very, very important. Thanks for that note there, Jeremy. That was good. So, again, it is the 23rd. It is the 23rd of this month, which will be next Sunday from 2 to 4:30. All right, 2 to 4:30. I'm going to see if you guys have any questions here while I am on about it, about the massage. If you have any questions, I got you here. All right. Oh my God, finally caught you, missed ya. Well, yeah, you know what, Penny? I just popped up. I figured, you know what? I should do a really quick show on a class that I'm going to be doing just to let people know that it's available. I know some people miss it when they're on my Facebook. They'll miss it. But I'm telling you, this class is only 2.5 hours long, and I'm going to go over everything about where your dog develops stress, why it develops stress, and how to relieve that stress. All right? And I'll answer all your questions. I'll tell you what. If you bring me a video of your dog, like just natural movement, or in the perfect world, if it's stretching, or you tell me when we get there, this is where my dog stretches, what should I do? That's what you're going to learn. And if you're still confused, you can show me a video and I can help you pinpoint where to massage. And then I'm even going to go into the training method that you use can get you to cause your dog to be stressed. Why do you think I want complete off leash with every dog that comes to me? Why? Because I want full range of motion, and I want a physically stress-free dog. That's why I want off leash, along with hands are for love. All right? Very, very, and of course, safety for the dog too. But that's what I want you guys to really, really take away from this lecture is how do I massage my dog to relieve its tension to where an issue doesn't evolve and my dog becomes unpredictable. So one of the things that I often hear is my dog just out of nowhere just snapped. I've never seen my dog do that before. When I hear statements like that, my brain takes me to physical stress. Okay, physical stress. And again, this might sound like it's funny, but understand that if the dog bites, then what? Can you massage a biter? Of course you can, Michelle. I'm gonna talk about that, Michelle. So I had a dog that nobody could touch. Because remember, Michelle, some of these dogs from the rescue or Humane Society or animal control, some of them you can't touch. Muzzle them. I've even had a client tranquilize their dog, and we massaged them and went tranquilized. When they came out of the tranquilizer, they're the happiest damn dog you could ever imagine. But why? Let me ask the why you have to muzzle them sometimes. If you're not bonded with them, they're not going to understand that pain that you're causing is good for them. Does that make sense? That pain, that knot that you're going to release inside their shoulder blade, they're not going to understand that it hurts, but it's also a good hurt. If you ever got a massage, you'll know what I mean. All right? I'll give a disclaimer on how to muzzle them and how to manage them also, which is extremely important. Even with your own dog, that might be the case. I mean, you just never know. That's why when I went to a house in near Detroit area, and they had a biter, and I put a slip lead on the dog, and I just did a basic massage, and then I went into a deep tissue massage. The dog snapped at me a few times telling me to stop, but I don't blame it. It hurts. And then I kind of recovered from it, and the dog, boom, turned right around. Sometimes I'll massage a dog, and then I'll figure out what the problem is. Now, the reason why that is because how are you going to determine what a problem is when the dog's physically stressed? You're not going to see the real dog. So sometimes when the issue is complex, I'll massage the dog first. Once the dog is relaxed, then I'll see the real dog. How do I know a dog's relaxed? Based on body language. But there's nothing wrong with muzzling a dog and then still massaging. Nothing wrong with that. It limits to the head because there's 3 places that you want to massage in the head that will relax the dog. But there's nothing wrong with building trust, massaging those spots that are necessary, and then going back to the head if it's needed. Okay. Chris Schultz is on here. Hey Chris, I saw your patch wall. Man, what a nice wall. That was nice. That's a good question. Jen Rapson's here. Jen, I think I massaged your dog. I think if you're the Jen Rapson, your dog has a little bit of sore hips, and then I told you to, if a dog's got bad hips, they're going to lean forward to compensate for that pain in the back. So they'll lean forward, and a lot of the stress will be in their front. Now remember this. If they're leaning forward, that stress is there. So they're lacking a little muscle tone in the back, right? Because they're not using them as much. But here's the confusion part that I get sometimes with people. My dog has bad hips. Why is it running really fast? And it looks happy when it's running. And the answer to that is because when it's running, it doesn't feel pain because the adrenaline is suppressing the pain. So you could get a happy dog while it's playing that is stressed. And then you'll see that at the dog resting state. This is why I teach you how to read their dog's body language. Very, very important. Okay? Very important. Let's see if I got another question. Ooh, I'll answer that one after. That's a complicated one. Or complex one. More complex more than complicated. Let's see here. But if you have a question right now, go ahead and ask me, and I'll try to answer it. Jamie Nordeman is here. Thanks, you guys. Let me check one more spot. It's funny how after I do a show, then I'll get a bunch of texts afterwards. Stacy Craig, Diesel has degenerative disc disease. Looking for some tips to help with that. Yeah. Stacy, I think you have a chocolate lab. I think it was. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, you can definitely. My brother has a dog that has some issues like that. It's on a few medicines, and man, after a massage, oh my goodness, that dog looked at me. It was the happiest dog you could ever imagine. Was it uncomfortable? A little bit while I was giving the massage. Yes. But I'm staying away from the bone altogether. This is a tension massage. And then if you can show me a picture how your dog is walking, I can also tell you where that stress is also. All right? Very, very, very important. Oh, your dog will love you after that. Will love you after a good massage. We got to remember our dogs provide us so much love. They don't know how to get rid of that stress. Some dogs will try to get rid of that stress. They'll try by stretching, but if that stress is big enough, or if that stress is tense enough, it's hard for them to get a full stretch. It's like in Stacy's thing with her dog. It's gonna be hard to stretch. So we need to do it for them to make them feel a little better. Is your dog's mouth closed all the time? That's a good indicator. Just like Jeremy said, he remembered. Okay, if the dog's mouth open, I have to know where to massage that dog. Looking forward to taking part of this session next week. Good, Jamie. I can't wait. There's a lot of information that I'll give you, but I'm telling you, man, that I can't tell you how many times I've had people come to me. This may sound a little weird, but I can't tell you how many people come to me and wasted their money because I just massaged their dogs. I'm being honest with you. So could they have not claimed to me if they would have learned this? Of course. If they would have learned how to massage their dog, they wouldn't have to come to me. Is there a safe way to help dogs stretch as well? I don't like stretching dogs. I went to a stretching seminar and I watched the dog's body language while they were stretching the dog. The dogs were in pain. when that was happening. I knew a few people that were in that class, and they told me that afterwards that they think they injured their dog because they overstretched their dog. So, and then I also did it with my other dog, Malo, and I don't know if I injured him, but he was uncomfortable the next day. Now, the massage doesn't make them uncomfortable. In fact, sometimes they fall asleep right at my feet after I massage them. So where I'm going with this, Sabrina, is I massage the dog's tension so they're able to stretch. They know how much to stretch. So by me relieving the tension, they're able to get the stretch and limit the stretch that they want. Does that make sense? Say yes. Yes. Okay. Ryan, my dog bit my friend last night. He got a blanket in his mouth and my friend tried to yank it away. So that could be either possession or it could be calming itself because of stress. My dog got defensive and snapped. He's the nicest golden retriever 90% of the time, but he tends to get territorial and snap. I'm definitely coming to the massage shop, but also hoping you can help me. Okay, really quick. With those two things, Ryan, gosh, great question, Ryan. This is where I talk about the gut and the tension. So the parallel with the gut is training the dog who is hangry, irritable. We're going to fix the gut. I strongly recommend, I tell people this, Ryan. I can't tell you how many people have not came to me and spent money after I've told them these two things. Fix your dog's gut and massage your dog. And they literally text me back 2 or 3 weeks later and say this: that's the problem. That was the problem. Can I send you a cash app? Usually that's what they say. You can do what you want, but I'm not asking. But let me tell you, fix a dog's gut and the tension massage. Because you're saying that it's good 95% of the time. So there's something there that's, see the complex issues that shouldn't be there? Gut, tension, both things, all right? So go to my Facebook page and download that gut flyer. And then look at the probiotic that I recommend. And then we'll talk about massage come Saturday. How do you gauge pressure and time when it comes to massage? You go slow. You read the dog's body language. Nobody's in a hurry. Nobody's in a hurry. So you literally massage the dog. I tell you, some of these dogs, Sabrina, when I start massaging, they lean into me. And when they lean into me, what does that tell me? Do it harder, Hector, do it harder. And I'm sitting there digging deep, and they're like, do it harder than that. Because once you get through that fascia, the tension between the skin and the muscle, once you get past that, man, these dogs love it. I mean, they just relax. Your massage technique helped me a lot with Titus. Yes, isn't that crazy? It is life-saving. Good word to use. Very good word to use. I know a few dogs were going to get put to sleep, and I just massaged them. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't just massage them, and that's it. You massage them, identify how the stress got there, and then make sure that doesn't come back again. And how do you do that? Well, you resolve the issues on how it got there so they don't reoccur. Okay? Unless it's an injury. And then if it's an injury, like for example, Stacy's dog with the spine issue, if it's an injury, it's going to be an ongoing massage every 3 to 5 days to allow the dog to get full range of motion and kind of compensate for the pain that the spine's giving it. So does that make sense? So there's going to be some issues. Or for example, conformation. There was a shepherd that had an angulation of the spine this way, and a lot of the stress because of their conformation, the weight bearing stress was a lot more difficult in the back, in the back area, and I had to tell him right around here is where all the stress is. Massage there, and you'll get a better gait when you show your dog. Okay, you get a lot better gait because the dog's able to get what? Full range of motion. Full range of motion. Okay. Let's see another. A lot of the times is the people will have either a harness on when they come, or I see them. So they have a harness on. And with a harness, the dog's pulling forward and they're pulling back. Even if it's an anti-pulling harness, that's even worse, believe it or not, because what it does is it compresses the dog's chest so it doesn't pull. So the dog doesn't get full range of motion. And now there's going to be stress in the areas that's restricting the dog from getting full range of motion. And I have to identify where those areas are and then teach the owner, this is where you do it. Now, don't go to the harness, go to a head halter. I don't like a head halter. Neither do I. But look what the harness is doing to your dog. Don't you want full range of motion? Yeah, okay. But your ultimate goal is off leash. Okay, we'll get that too. Let's see here. I'll see you at on the 23rd, Penny. Oh, Penny, I can't wait. I'm glad you're going to be there. I'm glad. Ziggy's doing well. He better be doing well. He's got a good owner, Chris. Oh, goodness. I'll stay on for a little while longer just because I want to take a break from my writing. I'm writing a few things. And then also, too, my booklet is going to come out after my first lecture, because I'm going to identify the, when you do a lecture, you kind of identify the areas that need to be tweaked a little bit. The hardest thing about writing and even, doing lectures is finding the right words with the least amount of words that make sense to the person and still get the point across. All right, you're filling in a puzzle, a word puzzle, and you're making sure that the listener can put it together in their head while you're speaking. That could be done with video, picture, writing, and or speaking. So I try to use all four of those techniques to help the person digest and understand what I'm saying. And it's not easy sometimes. So as I'm doing the talk, I identify areas where I need to improve better and then kind of tweak my writing because of that. Hope that makes sense. It's probably the most difficult thing, especially when you're dealing with different intellectual and different ways people think in the audience. But so what? That's my job. Who cares if it's hard? Who cares if it's difficult? It's supposed to be difficult when you're doing something that's important. So it's okay. But again, November 23rd, sign up on my website, first class dog training from 2:30 to 4:30 at the Hampton Inn Suites in East Lansing in Okemos. I'll have coffee for you. I usually need some coffee. And literally, it's only $10. And literally, just like somebody says on my YouTube channel there, that it is life-saving. I know my dog, it took about a year to relieve the stress off of her. I don't like the shock collar on some dogs, and she's a little sensitive. She was trained with a shock collar, so I had to relax her from the shock collar. And once I did that, oh my goodness, how easy training was. Easy. And I'll teach you the nerve to do that. And Stacy's dog, the nerve, I'm going to teach it where to massage, and you're going to see a big difference as soon as you do that. Big difference. The hardest thing is trying to put everything together with each dog. What training methods you're using? How are you managing it? What's the body language like? Is it doing this? Is it doing this? Are you playing with it? What is the best exercise? I'll have a frequently asked questions. There's 5 questions that I get commonly asked. One of the questions Sabrina already asked. So as far as, is there a safe way to help dogs stretch? That's probably one of the most common questions I have. And I'm telling you right now, I see better results if you massage your dog and then you allow the dog to get that stretch. And the dog knows how much to stretch, not us. And because we don't, sometimes we can overstretch. Let the dog figure it out. Your dogs do it naturally anyways, don't they? You know they do. You've seen them do it. That's what you want to allow to get that full stretch. All right? Very, very important. Again, next Sunday, I'm probably going to do another quick reminder on Facebook Live before next Sunday. I got a crazy week. I might go out of state. I'll find out tomorrow. I got a crazy week, but I'll try to get back on again and kind of remind everybody about it. I do accept walk-ins, but I really try to get everybody to register, just so I know how many people are there. Base like chairs, and I know the hotel would like to know, just because they have staff there. So the place is very nice, very great people, very great helpers, and I'm excited to be there. Nancy, I could never use a shock collar. Yeah, you know what? There's some dog. You know what? Here's a difficult thing, Nancy, about shock collars and massaging. The parallel that I made. There are some people who their dogs do not have the temperament for the shock collar, but the way they manage them allows them to have to use the shock collar, meaning an underground fence. They can't put up a privacy fence. They can't put up a fence because of their the neighborhood they live in. So they need a shock collar to contain the dog. And these are the dogs that come to me, and they're so stressed with behavior issues, and they don't understand that the dog's temperament doesn't require it, but because they want to keep their dog contained in their property, they have to. And this is where I teach them, this is where you got to massage, and this is why you have to massage, and so on. So you're right. I don't like them, but unfortunately our culture has kind of like pressured some people to have to use them for containment reasons, liability reasons. Liability meaning, it is a misdemeanor for your dog to run out of control, so you may need it. So I get it. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. My goal is off leash completely at all times, but I also know in a perfect world may not happen. Oh, it's frustrating. I like the head collar for full range of motion. I like playing with my dog without a shock collar. Did it make me a little nervous when I first got her off leash and she was trained with a shock collar and she became dependent on a shock collar? Of course I was. I mean, there's deer, rabbit around here. But, I've tested her a few times. She's not 100%, but she's also a dog, and I also know she has limitations, right? So it does. It's a good balance to have. But that's a good question. I do talk about that too. I've had dogs that come to me, and they've had an underground fence, and then this is how I figured out about the tags. The tags moving. The dogs would come up near the edge of the fence, almost get shocked, and the dogs would run away. When they ran away, the tags would go off. The dogs associated the tags with a shock. And that's why I started to tell people, stop allowing your dog to wear these tags when you have a collar like that. And then I used all the time. A lot of dogs they don't have a shock collar, but they still have those tags. Drives the dogs crazy, stresses them out. So I said, take the tags off. Use something that doesn't have that noise. And this is how I proved it. I proved it because I said, let's do this. They bring them to my facility. I said, let's do this. Let's train a little bit. I'll videotape them a little bit. And then I want to videotape and train without the collars on. And man, I tell you what, 180. And I tell them the signs to look for. This is the body language we want to look for. This is the body language of a stressed dog. This is the body language of a relaxed dog. And I tell them ahead of time so they're aware. So then when it does happen, they see the transformation in front of them, and they understand that what I'm telling them is going to help them and their dog. All right. Can you let me know where on your website to register? I'm having trouble finding it. If you go to my website, Ryan, give me 1 second, Ryan. I am going to show you on my website. Oops, you don't want to see me there. Give me 1 second here, Ryan. I'm going to show you right here. All right, so go to my website, Ryan. Just hit training registration. Go to my in private sessions, and it should be right there. Give me 1 second. Scroll all the way down. Ryan, I'm wrong. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, Ryan, it got taken out. Give me 1 second, Ryan. Go to my Facebook, Ryan. Give me 1 second here. It should be on my website. I'm glad you this is why I like doing these shows, because what it does help me. If you go to my Facebook, and it'll give you these two places. Here's the map location, and then here's how you register. Click on here. Oh my goodness. We have a little issue. All right. I'm glad you said that, Ryan. I will put it on my website, Ryan, tonight. It'll be on my website tonight. Look at that, Ryan. Ryan identified it. I had it. I checked it this morning and everything was working. Woo! Look at that. Thank you, Ryan. I think I owe you a pop. I don't drink, Ryan, but I think I owe you a pop. It might have just gets some weird quirks. Who knows? Anyways, I'll fix that tonight. Is there a blue bar across the top picture? There was. That's funny you say that. You're right. The blue bar indicates that it's on. There was one, but there isn't now. So somehow the link got taken out. You're right. I'll make sure it's on there after I get off. After I get off of the live show. That's not a problem. Boy, look at that. I'm for sure going to have another talk. Give me till, it'd be 8 o'clock when I get off. So, yeah, I'll get right on it. So it's on there. I'll put it on my website right on the front. And, yeah, I'll have to see what's going on. But anyways, it'll be on there after I get out from 2 to 4:30, right there at the Hampton Inn. And I will make sure that it's on my website and on my Facebook account to register. Ooh. And then I'm wondering why people were trying. See, I have texts that I have to answer. Maybe some of those texts was, hey, I can't register. Oh, man, that's funny. Okay, I will, and then I'll answer it. Let's see, it showed up on my phone. The link. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm gonna make sure that it's on there. Yeah, but for some reason it didn't hit on my Facebook. Also, I'm gonna make sure. Was it on? Nancy, did you go on my website or did you go on my Facebook? I mean, worst case scenario. I mean, without technology and it being there, worst case scenario, I am going to take some walk-ins. I just would like people. Here's a real reason why I want people to register. Because when I get my book done, I'll send it to you on PDF format. That's why. That's why. So it kind of makes me make sure that you get the booklet also at the end. I have another book that I'm almost done about military and the military and our peace of mind. But what I did it. Yeah, I know. I have to. Maybe something's going on, Stacy. I remember you did it the first day. It worked great. And I'm waiting for the book designer to be done with that, and I'm going to post that on PDF format too for my military men and women. So yeah, maybe there's just maybe something happened. Who knows? It could be even because I'm live. You know, it's hard to say with technology, to be honest with you. But I will cover all of that, and a lot more. I'm going to tell you what the best exercise is for your dog, the best exercise, and then kind of put 2 and 2 to 3 together on there. I'll bring a stuffed animal to tell you exactly where to massage the dog. I'll massage the stuffed animal. Might have you do it too, so you kind of get an idea, because there is an art to it. I'll give you one tip right now that I tell people. I tell everybody this. You got to follow the hair follicles in certain parts of their body, because if you go up away from the hair follicles, you're going to cause irritation. Dog's not going to like it. But if you follow the hair follicles, and there's also a machine you could use on the dog, but on some dogs you can't, no matter what. And I'll teach you which dogs you can't. And I'll teach you places where you can't do that with. Because remember, there's certain parts of their body that that can trigger, a lot of nervous reaction. I'll cover that too. Very, very, very important. And again, this is a tension massage, not a muscle massage. They're quadrupedal animals. There's some caveats to knowing, a couple languages. and so it makes it hard sometimes when the R is there. Quadrupedal. All four. And what happens is that the weight bearing is where it's at, because, they're on there all four. And I cover because of that. There's certain areas that you can't use that machine on, what it will trigger and what it will do. So I'll definitely go over that. I'll make sure, Ryan, that it's on my my website. I might even just put it right in the front of my website. Just make a quick icon to it so people can go right to it really quick, and not have to worry about it. But any questions, you guys, let me know. It's almost 8 o'clock. I wasn't intended to be here for an hour, but I just got rolling, and people started asking some good questions. This is going to be I'm telling you, it's going to be a good, very, very, very good lecture. I'm not saying that because I have the information. I'm saying that because I see the results. I've seen the results. I've seen what it can do. I've seen before and after. I have a lot of testimony, just like somebody on here says. 2 people have said it already. I have a lot more testimony. Even on some of my Google reviews, they've said, hey, just massage my dog, and that was it. This is why I'm trying to save you guys some money. If you come to me or you learn how to massage your dog, you won't get these issues where the dog is unpredictable. But remember, gut and massage. If your dog is really good and is unpredictable from now and now, fix the gut and do the massage. Both of those combined together, then we can talk about training. But until then, we should wait and reserve until we do training. Like Ryan's dog was suckling on a towel. It could be trying to relax its stomach. I can't tell you how many food aggressive dogs I have fixed by fixing their stomach without any training. Hey, fix a dog's stomach before we do any training. Why do I want to correct the dog? Why do I want to do any type of training if the dog's stomach is irritable? That's so unfair to the dog. No, fix the stomach, then we can talk about training if it's necessary. All right, very, very important. All right, I'll be on by the end of the week, by, of course, Sunday again. I'll make sure that it's on the website, and I will make sure that it's on Facebook again. If you have any questions, text me, message me. I hope to see you guys November 23rd at 1:45. I hope to see you there, and we'll have a good 2.5 hours, and we'll go from there. Come with your questions. I learn from questions. Just because I've been doing this for 10 years doesn't mean I know it all. I mean, there's always room for improvement. Always room for improvement. So come with your questions, and hopefully we'll see you November 23rd. Thanks for being here. We'll see you before the end of the week. I see you, Dottie. Thanks for coming on late. I had to go. Nice seeing you here, Dottie.